Hello, roamers. Today we are headed to Singapore. So let's do the views real quickly. What was the vision for this trip? I wanted to take advantage of a stopover. What was the itinerary? I had no itinerary because I was only going to be there for 2 nights, 1 day. E is for expenses. Singapore is one of the most expensive places I've ever visited. My hotel was close to $300 for a very basic room. W is for weather. The weather was cool and rainy, which I appreciated. S is for safety. You cannot get safer than Singapore. So take a look at the trip. Let me know what you think. On my way home, I flew from Bangkok to Singapore, Singapore to JFK. The Changi Airport is just one of the best airports in the world, usually ranked in the top 3. Everything in Singapore kind of happens around the bay. So the Merlion, the symbol of Singapore, is there, as is Marina Bay Sands Hotel, made famous from the movie Crazy Rich Asians. And there is a Grand Prix racetrack there as well, because that race goes through the city. The architecture downtown is very beautiful. One of the best things I did was visit Gardens by the Bay and the Cloud Forest. The Cloud Forest is a fun, interactive way to learn about the ecosystem. In addition, there is the Supertree Grove, which is man-made trees lit up that change colors based on the music that's playing. All incredible light shows happen at Gardens by the Bay. Let's talk about food. So I met this friend in Vietnam who lives in Singapore and decided to treat me to the great food in Singapore. So we ate at a wonderful restaurant that had spectacular food. The presentation was just beyond belief. The desserts were custom made for each individual person, and it was just such an exquisite experience to be in this environment. The food was beautifully presented in such authentic ways. We also did street food. Look at the size of those prawns. Street food is not cheap in Singapore. Very expensive, about $100 for that meal. But look at how exquisite these drinks are. That's a bird. This dish was beef and it had strings of saffron. So it was just such an exquisite experience to dine in fine restaurants as well as with street food. Just spectacular experience. If you are in Asia, you must stop in Singapore. Just lovely. Bye-bye, Singapore.